perfect night for football. Off we go here from Landover. Bouncing in the target zone and picked up by McCaffrey on the bounce. Chan Luke, he's stopped at the 26-yard line by Mike Morris, and here is Daniels. The Commanders begin from the 26, and he's going to take off. Get 3 to the 29-yard line. Leonard Williams, the veteran up front, stops him there. 2nd and 7. Daniels finding nothing, so takes off again. Goes to the 32-yard line, so 2 scrambles shows you that Jeremy McNichols is the back in on 3rd and 4 against that Seattle D. That brings 4. Daniels throws on the run, complete for the first down. Zach Ertz still doing it. The tight end catches it at the 40-yard line. Just past the 40. On the edge, trying to keep it alive, put it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. A good fight by John Bates to make sure. Second down, keeping it in the air. Getting in the hands of Deebo Samuel, who is rocked. Flagged down as Samuel's down at the 44-yard line. Just 3 on the gain. Ernest Jones, the top tackler for Seattle, there with the big contact. Bill Vinovich, our referee.
Personal foul, blindside block. Offense number 63. 15-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Twisting inside was Derek Hall. Daniels kicking up to the outside, out of bounds at the 30-yard line against the Seattle defense. 3rd and 21. Daniels from the pocket throws it complete. Get Ertz for about 8 of it. Touchdown on a return against New Orleans this year. Waiting to accept the punt from Tress Way. Veteran, terrific kicker. Backs him up. The fair catch forced by Horton. Kenneth Walker's the back. Former Michigan State Spartan to the right. 4-6 to the 16. Big reason why there's a lot of comfort for Mike McDonald and the brain trust of the Seahawks to bring Darnold in. Slant inside is complete. Just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down. Both teams thin at receiver tonight. This is the star receiver for Seattle. Jaxon Smith-Njigba takes the run for the first down. Darnold, sideline throw is ruled a catch by Horton at that sideline. We have a flag back by the quarterback.
Personal foul, chop block. Offense number 40. 15-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Darnold will look over the middle and complete that. Jaxon Smith-Njigba to the 37-yard line. Get some of the penalty yards back. Here's the rest of the Seahawk offense. Jake Bobo, the other receiver, also out tonight. So 2 receivers called up from the practice squad. And you might get a few of those here tonight.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Switch up the back. Zach Charbonnet. UCLA Bruin, Michigan Wolverine. Smith-Njigba again to the 47-yard line. So he has been busy in the early going. Sees those Seattle uniforms. He used to wear those.
One matchup. Oh, didn't get it.
Darnold comes back inside, and it's lost as he comes down at the 45-yard line. A.J. Barner, the tight end.
Each of those choices.
Washington fans want a challenge. It looked like there was a 3rd step there. There's no challenge from the Commanders. And there is a run by Kenneth Walker on the edge. Looks like he has a first down. Trying to throw challenge flags that they don't have.
They cannot allow this to happen defensively. If you allow Kenneth Walker to get on the edge of your defense, you are going to have an awful night on defense. They came in. Their game plan, they knew what they had to stop. They knew what the issue was.
The 2nd step and then making that 3rd, so he had it in time. Walker, Frankie Louvu along for the ride to the 26-yard line. Here's the rest of that Washington defense. 2nd and 4. Every Seattle play has gotten at least a half dozen yards until that one. Stopped at the 23-yard line, just short of the first. A.J. Barner comes up there. It's Seattle tush push. Bodies everywhere. Movement on the Seahawks.
False start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Washington bringing pressure. Darnold running it quick. In the middle, it's caught. First down to the 13-yard line. Walker was contacted. He's down there.
Pressure all the way around, and here's where the coverage has to come from, and really no chance whatsoever. Walker too good. Once you square him up at that point and there's no help anywhere with that cover zero, that's just the pitch and catch. Good read by Darnold.
This is play 11. First down, Darnold looking. End zone. Smith-Njigba contacted flag. First and goal for Seattle. Marshawn Lattimore there in coverage. And guilty.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
First and goal, Seattle from the 3. Walker bouncing to the outside. Jeremy Reeves will not let him get there. Drive that has taken half the quarter. And Darnold rolls, throw it, end zone, touchdown, Torrey Horton. Flag on the play, in the end zone.
But this is a very Cooper Kupp-like route on the outside. You saw Torrey Horton go in and work hard against that outside leverage and just force his way inside and then break all the way across the other way outside. But
pass interference. Defense number 23. Penalties declined. Resulting play. Touchdown.
You have a Torrey Horton step up like that as a rookie. Pretty strong.
Extra point is added by Myers, the longest of this season. Different players back there on the kickoff here, at least one of them Jalen Lane with a touchback, and part of the reason why Melissa was an injury on the opening kickoff.
Eckler in there as well. He basically is a receiver at the running back position, so arguably 3 of their most explosive players.
They handed off to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, the rookie running back in the draft last spring. Fake it to him. Daniels going to do it himself again. And come down a couple yards shy of the first down at the 28-yard line. Seattle shows pressure. They bring 5. Daniels flips it. Contested catch. It hurts. Goes up to get it. There's a penalty marker down. For the moment, it's a Zach Ertz first down, finding Nick Eamon-Worry, the rookie DB for Seattle. He's talking a lot with the guy who's been in the league 13 years.
The pass. Holding. Defense number 3. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
High pick, 35th overall pick of the draft. He's been good so far. Little toss. And Krosky-Merritt gets past the 35. 36. Right back to him. Opposite side. Tries to make that move in the open field, but brought down as Devin Witherspoon back in the lineup in his first 2+ years. Third and short, looking for space. It's McNichols, and he gets stopped by that Seattle front. And a fake there. Daniels throwing on the edge, complete to John Bates, who's got the first down. Nice looking play for Washington to the 48-yard line. Just a couple of those fourth down opportunities against Kansas City. A little pop pass. Deebo Samuel on the edge. Hard hit there as Samuel gets about 8. Seattle opening drive was 12 plays. This is Washington's 14th of the night. Back to this toss, and right in the middle of it, nothing going on with Krosky-Merritt. Against the run, 3rd and 2. Bringing extra bodies. Daniels flagged down. Helmet off. Jayden running for the first down. He slides to the 33. But you can see Ernest Jones, as his helmet came off, asking for the foul.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense number 75. 15-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
In the first 17 minutes of this one. 3rd and 17. Blitz coming. Daniels stays in and puts it up for grabs on the sideline. Did he get the second foot down? Yes, he did. Okada comes up with the interception. Feet down means his first career pick. And it is Seattle ball on the turnover. Backup DB who's there with his mouth open like, come on, go get that. He did. Darnold 6 for 6 on the opening drive. Stays perfect. Smith-Njigba out of bounds. Right around the 42-yard line. Pickup of 18 and a Seattle first down.
Run so hard, and you're not ready for those bootlegs.
Zach Charbonnet, nothing. This Washington defense needs somebody to step up. The veteran Eddie Goldman, now a decade in the league. Second and 10. To the left side, Smith-Njigba catch number 4. He'll be a few yards shy. The head coach of the Broncos, Super Bowl 50, terrific coordinator as well. Charbonnet up the middle. Lowers the shoulder and gets... They operate from the Washington 27. Charbonnet, inside run. He gets down to the 21-yard line. 5-6 yards here. Second and 4. Pitch, Charbonnet trying to get to the edge, and Washington won't let him do that. It was Jeremy Reeves running up from that safety spot. Washington rushing 5. Darnold taking a shot downfield. Open again is Horton for a touchdown. The rookie has 2 in the first 2 quarters.
Scrimmage he had against Mike Sainristil. Watch this. This is game, set, and match right now. It is over. There is no chance that they're stopping that play. And Sainristil was sort of one of those young, hot corners coming in. Played well last year.
On for the extra point out of the Michael Dixon hold. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns by the rookie Horton. We have a penalty marker down on this extra point. 100 yards, 16 games in a row. We have not seen a 100-yard rusher against this Seattle defense. Washington trying to get some on special teams. Wade lost the football. Recovered by Connor O'Toole of Seattle. So from the 26, Seattle right back at it. Darnold 9 of 9 on the night. Takes another shot. And it's caught by Arroyo for the touchdown. Elijah Arroyo with his first NFL touchdown.
They are forcing teams into playing pure bump and run, man-to-man coverage because they can't stop the run. You can't stop the run, you get the quick releases, and you get the touchdowns. You think that one was good. This was his second choice. JSN was wider opener on the other side. Anybody could have thrown that one. This is...
W-I-D-E-R. 21-0. And then a 3-pointer against a very good Tampa team. This one hits in the landing zone, goes all the way to the back. It'll be a touchback ball, will be at the 20-yard line. Debo Samuel is back there to try to get that.
Because they can't cover them, and they can't stop the run when they don't play man-to-man on the back end.
So in desperate need of getting going, Jayden Daniels over the top. Sending everybody home.
Traffic will be better.
Still a ton of time in this one. Krosky Merritt takes it inside. Daniels complete but short of the first down. Zach Ertz got it. Couple short. It was Devin Witherspoon. Jeremy McNichols the back. Daniels on the edge, but flags him down for a false start. Daniels had something going there too. They'll punt it away now.
False start. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Waits for Tress Way to kick it his way. Get out of the way and it'll roll. It'll be a nice average booster for a very good kicker. 63 yards, no return. The 3 overall pick from the 13. First down. Check it down to Kenneth Walker. Takes it to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 5.
Is in a rhythm.
Walker, right. Stop there. Loss of a yard again. This Washington defense shows up. No gain, leaves it 3rd and 5. Washington needs a play. Darnold finds it. First down, Smith-Njigba. And on the move after the catch to the 39-yard line. It's another 20-plus yard gain.
He really has so much confidence going in his game right now.
Play action here on first down. 13 of 13. And to the races. It's White all the way. Cody White for the touchdown. The first of his NFL career with a 60-yard score.
Play fake, corner reacts up, and you go for a touchdown. That's all it is. Under center, they can't stop the run, so they all start jumping into the run game, and then you get behind them, and you can see Trey Amos looks like he was hurt on that play as well. It's just been so much fun to watch. This is the way offense is supposed to be played. The run game, what a performance, and look out, America. Seattle is jumping to the front of the line.
Taking over the ownership group for the last couple of years, investing a lot of money in the product. Certainly seen that show up with great reaction from the fans. Tough night to start here. Deebo Samuel. Jayden Daniels in Washington looking for anything here. From the 31, Daniels taken off, and he'll come down at the 38-yard line.
Running right to them and sticking on them and not letting go.
Chris Rodriguez, 3rd string back, getting this series, and he's got, that was forbear of the way this first half would go. Rodriguez tries to change that game, and it doesn't. Ty Okada and Ernest Jones on the tackle. Washington into Seattle territory.
Chris Paul's going to come across here on the trap, gives you a double team there, and for all you people who love offensive line play, I am putting on a clinic here tonight.
Hang on while you pat yourself on the back. Here's Deebo inside for a first down.
Well, you got to pick out highlights for a game, you know? I mean, Steph Curry, we don't have Steph Curry out here to hit a 3.
2nd and 1. Rodriguez will run it for first down, keep the pile going. Washington just trying to get themselves some positive momentum. Fake to Deebo Samuel in the middle. It's caught by Lane. Takes it to the red zone, the 18-yard line. See all their communication as Washington has a couple of tight ends out there. Ben Sinnott in motion. Chris Rodriguez remains the back for this drive. He's doing a nice job. Usually good things happen. 2nd and 5. Daniels flips it out, incomplete. Recognize that Seattle had everything covered. 5 in the pattern for Daniels on the run, taking off. First down, Daniels sneaks inside to get a couple more yards. Nifty run by Jayden. You can see no ill effects off that hamstring injury.
And you see these defenders, they just jump routes. That may have been a little man under coverage there, but as soon as Jayden Daniels saw that, this is the difference. This is what he can do for this offense. They are explosive, and when I think of him, I always think of Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar is...
Play clock running down, 1st and goal from the 1. Off in time, Daniels left to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Get on the board, 10 plays, 69 yards.
The offense just expands so much when he's in the game. That was no part of a pass at all. You could see him tuck the ball right away, just a QB sweep. And the one thing...
Matt Gay came up with a back injury. Missed the Kansas City game. Practice this week. Absolutely. A great breakfast. Nothing like it. This kickoff will be returned. Good direction on the kick. And Holani will take it. Big hit right around the 25-yard line. It would enter the chat with a national TV game like this. He stays perfect. Smith-Njigba to the 44-yard line, gain of 20. Seattle a couple of timeouts in 40 seconds. 14 of 14 for 249.
I mean, he is just feeling it. He's hitting that back foot and throwing like he's been doing this offense his whole life. Never
completed 15 in a row in a game until right now. Across midfield to the 48-yard line with A.J. Barner. Timeout, Seattle. against Pete Carroll's team. 2nd and 3. Darnold throwing sideline. Smith-Njigba's got it. You see why he has had.
It's not a good feeling. Here he is in the backfield again, and this little loop route here to the outside, and Darnold never looked anywhere else. He sees the man-to-man. I'm going to my man. There you go, right in the bread basket, and what a smoking start to this game by Sam Darnold.
Okay, he might be down inbounds there. Terry McCauley, bring our rules analyst in. What does that mean?
He is down in bounds. They'll reverse that. That means it goes to a running clock, so Seattle can use their last timeout to.
The runner was down inbounds. By rule, the clock should be running, and there's a 10-second runoff. Neither team is elected to take a timeout. Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds, and to wind on my whistle.
Nice. And he does with a 41-yarder. Gage sends it away, and George Halani muffs it. Gets it back at the 15-yard line, and he'll start shy of the 20. Yeah, that lack of a pass rush up front, a big part of the struggles for this Washington team the last few weeks. It begins with a run for Kenneth Walker to the left on this Washington team. Guys, they're 8th, 9th, 10th year in the league. Darnold scanning, throws it. It is complete, and it's a yard shy of the first down to the 20. 3rd and 1, and a throw to Smith-Njigba, incomplete. So the first incompletion, and it looks like Lattimore.
It's hurting a little bit, hanging in there.
Michael Dixon with the kick. Lane going back, has it to 17. Made one man miss, but not the rest, as the special teams have been very good with Seattle all year in coverage. And now Daniels is trying to build a drive. Corey Prosky-Merritt dancing through the hole, gets to the 26-yard line. Melissa?
Mike, just before the half ended, we saw linebacker Ernest Jones, the leader of the Seahawks defense, get injured. He has been ruled out with a knee injury. He went into the medical tent, and then when he came back out, he showed a ton of frustration and just disappointment. He sat on the bench with a towel on his face, but he's out for the rest of the game.
Big man for them. Chased by Nuoso is Daniels, who floats into Ertz. Across midfield into Seattle territory at the 48-yard line.
Already know Jayden Daniels not going to quit, despite the fact that he got immediate pressure here. Watch him work away from that. Step up, eyes down the field, and have to float it in over the top of Eman Wari, and just perfectly done. He's really a pleasure to watch, Jayden Daniels is. He is so complete.
Officially, the last one was 25 yards. Merritt running inside for about 3. Jayden Daniels, that first year.
With him out of the lineup, they're not winning those close games.
In some trouble here. Wrapped up and brought down by Leonard Williams.
Williams has been the guy that has been doing the picking. This time he picked for his teammate, but he goes bouncing right off the offensive lineman that he picked and straight to the sack. And so many times in this defense, it is the guy who's willing to do the dirty work that.
Back in 2015. Here comes some pressure from Daniels right and from his left, and the pass is incomplete for Deebo Samuel. So the tricks in the games up front. Torrey Horton back for Seattle. They're caught at the 12-yard line. 38% of his punts have been. One of 4 teams coming into this week with that distinction, the Jets, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, who we saw last week, and we'll see next week against the Chargers. Darnold back up top, Smith-Njigba again. That pass incomplete as the flag comes down late with Jonathan Jones. They're in coverage.
Pass interference, defense number 31. Spot foul, automatic first down.
Walker. Nothing there. Melissa, one of the injured Seahawks, still very active.
Has learned how to beat people a lot of different ways, and not always with sort of 4-3 speed that some of these great ones have.
This pass caught by the rookie Horton, who has 2 touchdown grabs on the night. brought down quickly. No Marshawn Lattimore for the moment questionable to return. Looking at his knee. 3rd and 4 for Darnold. Reloads, fires, intercepted by Mikey Saberstill.
First ugly play by Sam Darnold, and the protection once again was almost perfect. Darnold had time to go through his progressions. Instead, he ended up trying to scramble, then throw back across his body. It's just a mistake we have not seen him make, certainly tonight, but for the most part this year. And he knows there was no reason.
Interception number 5 for Jayden Daniels. And Chris Rodriguez had a good drive at the end of the first half. Is back in and leading the way as Deebo Samuel sees a whole bunch of blue shirts. Rushing 4 here on 2nd and 7. Daniels gets out of one hit, keeps going. Will get stopped a couple of yards shy.
He's a gutsy kid. He really is, Jayden Daniels.
Give it on 3rd and 1. Rodriguez, the linebacker Thomas, filled the gap there, but Rodriguez pushes forward for the first down, shy of the 40-yard line. Chris Rodriguez, year 3. You mentioned the Derby. He's out of Kentucky.
There you go. And it's frustrating. I'm sure the fans of the Commanders are saying, throw it deep, throw it deep. Well, it's not there.
Sprinting right, Daniels on the run. He's going to take the yard before Boye Mafe for this Washington offense this year.
It did. It just did.
2nd and 9 becomes 2nd and 14.
Full start. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Tight ends playing. He's one of the top of the list guys.
Every category. Daniels brought down as he was tied up in the pocket and finally closed in on. He ran out of space to Marcus Lawrence.
Covered up by Tyrese Knight and wouldn't get hit.
Especially with this front. They roll him, bring in 5, they twist a lot. Flag down as Daniels gets rid of it sideline for Lane. Almost intercepted by Reed Woolen. But a penalty as they were trying to protect Jayden Daniels.
Yeah, we're looking at another chop block, I do believe.
Personal foul. Chop block. Offense number 26. Penalties decline. Results in the play. 4th down.
There's the Bengals game against the Bears. Here's the pressure. Daniels spinning. Got away. Taking off. Can he get there? No.
Leonard Williams, what a play.
Game we referenced just a moment ago against Cincinnati. Chicago's at 5-3 for Ben Johnson at the halfway point of this season. Charbonnet with his first down run. He'll gain about 6 to the 46-yard line. Seattle scored 24 in the 2nd quarter. 3 touchdowns in a 4-minute and 18-second stretch to blow this game open. Sam Darnold opened up 17 for 17. 18 of 20 on the night right now. Nobody open downfield. Pitched it forward to Charbonnet. There's a flag down as Charbonnet takes it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of a dozen and a first down depending on what the flag is.
There was a receiver that went down in the middle of the field.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 0. Penalties decline. Results in the play. 4th down.
Take the run to the left. Better defenses have from the Commanders.
Though they did early in the game. I think they're convinced now they can't cover them.
Darnold out quick and complete to Arroyo. Caught a touchdown, his first touchdown in the NFL.
They're going to play man, but the secondary, oh, maybe they are.
3rd and 5. Darnold throws it in the middle and is caught by Smith-Njigba at the 18-yard line for the 6th time, tying a Seattle record. Walker backing his way across the line for the first down over the 7, but that flag comes in from the back end.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 99. Half the distance to goal, automatic first down.
Josh Jones, 74 at the end of the line, is eligible for the Seahawks. On first and goal, Darnold towards the end zone, incomplete for Barner. The remarkable runs in NFL history. Kenneth Walker inside. He's pulled around and down.
And he was the one on sort of a prove it kind of moment here.
And Barner takes it in for the touchdown. So A.J. Barner goes in to take the tush-push snap. Even their tight ends are running in touchdowns as Barner takes the snap, kicking some dirt in the face of Washington tonight. At Michigan, Indiana before that. Gets that rushing touchdown. Myers adds. Live on the East Coast, getting a chance to see their team in person. Have enjoyed the show tonight. Deebo Samuel take a knee. Washington gets it at the 35.
This is the oldest team in the NFL?
Yes, it is, by about 9/10 of a year, which is a pretty big number when you're doing those averages. Daniels throws. Deebo Samuel has it. Catch and run. Deebo. Good look as we've seen from Samuel in a while. First down again.
The one way you can do it is get the ball out of your hand quickly, like this.
And Deebo on the edge. What a terrific play. Traylon Burke's a big receiver. There's a flag over there. Numbers of the combine together. There's a formula to get it to a certain athleticism stat. Jalen Lane the catch, tackled at the 40.
The tight end, he can blitz. We've seen him do all that so far in this game.
Daniels retreating, in trouble, and engulfed by Nwosu and Reed. Sunday team with you here. Hit the midpoint of the season. Tress Way kicks it. They're caught at the 18-yard line by Torrey Horton. Fabulous wide receivers that have come out of Columbus and the Ohio State University. Charbonnet run inside for about 4 yards here on. And we'll probably see the next couple of drafts from Carnell Tate to Jeremiah Smith. Brian Hartline has done such a good job at Ohio State building those receivers,
and JSN is very open about the fact that he's learned a lot since Cooper Kupp's come over.
Kenneth Walker bounced off a Luvu's tackle, but
in confidence. Like he said, no, I knew I could do it. And I went and told my coach, and then I went and did the work, and now we're doing it. And that's an impressive statement. Somebody that believes in themselves that much.
44-yard kick by Michael Dixon is fair caught by Jalen Lane. Hard. That's not going to help in math. I know. I got it. Daniels on the give. And Bill. Corey Krosky-Merritt with the
also said he has grown man strength that he's developed over the years.
Daniels the pass there complete to John Bates, who's just shy of midfield. He was 120-pound bluefin tuna that he caught in San Diego. Is Krosky-Merritt took
without any gear at all.
2nd and 9. Daniels. Krosky-Merritt hit by Reek Woolen. That's a flag. They're taunting. That has been on the tapes that all the players were shown at the start of the season. You can't do that. Players were told that was going to be called, and it is there.
Play, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting. Defense number 27. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
They don't even have Julian Love out there. This is a pretty complete defense.
And continuing to bring the pressure. Daniels working hard. Fires sideline. Traylon Burks. Deebo Samuel. Pulled down. Gain of about 5 yards. As you start to handicap the last half of the NFC. Do you say that's the case, or it's just...
Like he was still embarrassed about that game and what they did.
Daniels pass complete. Lane first down at the 7. First and goal for Washington.
Just bring it in, and Aiden Dirty, who is the defensive coordinator, has a lot of tools right now.
Chris Rodriguez takes it to the 3-yard line. Defensive coordinator. McDonald calls the defense. Dirty is the coordinator. Good move by Daniels to get away from the first hit, but Even better play by Drake Thomas to stay with the elusive. Why is the backup Mariota in the game is the question people default to and ask right away. It is run up inside by Chris Rodriguez for a Washington touchdown. And that makes it 38-13. As head coach in those situations, right? Guy hasn't played, he's playing, get back in rhythm. Matt Gay adds the extra point. 38-14 is the score. J.J. Watt call it as T.J. Watt was playing, and they just got back to simpler stuff.
They did.
And you saw the way Pittsburgh had that impact, so look forward to getting back to watch the Steelers after we saw them a week ago against the Packers. This return by Cody White, one of the players called off, is done his second stint with the Seahawks. Started 28 games in his NFL career. George Holani, the running back, takes it.
Super Bowl favorites now. Give me a little inside track.
Holani with the run. 4-2. This is Seattle coming off their bye. They're at week 9. They game at the Rams coming up after a game against Arizona next week. Holani one shy of the first down. Stopped by Tyler Owen. Michael Dixon to kick it. Jalen Layton's back. Rookie has it from the 5. And returns it to the 17-yard line here with 4:40.
Handful of players in the NFL that they are their team. I mean, they really are. And I think that that's what Jayden Daniels represents is he's back and healthy and is going to get healthier, and their front seven's as good as any in the National Football League. I mean, I just really look at this team, and sometimes
2, and then they go into Detroit. Lions off a bye week, and former Michigan quarterback had quite a day back in the state as he led the Vikings to a win that really compressed things in the NFC North. Rodriguez, a couple of runs on this drive for a first down. He'll get another one.
Tough week last week. So many, our crew, family, the camera crew, all those people, and they lived together on the road, and it's still hard. God bless you.
12 more for Rodriguez. The Broncos scheduled for the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
I tell you, Mike, I have seen the Seattle Seahawks organization when they get on a roll.
Melissa Stark has been checking. We have no update on Jayden Daniels just yet. That arm injury as it was immobilized. If we get anything before we leave the air, we will bring it to you in the Chevrolet postgame. Just thinking about Jayden Daniels. I'm sorry about seeing that happen to Sam Darnold and Marcus Mariota. Exchange greetings as well. One of the big headlines that will come from this Sunday will be Seattle, hello.